leave it to these Missouri ladies to make porn super boring.
Yeah.
What in the hell? I mean, the premise
Maybe, I don't know, it seems like one of them's trying to keep something up to give us a little bit of something, but it's not really working.
Yeah. So we're talking about double lives of suburban wives.
Yeah.
Not
Way to
secret
go,
wives.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote it out. The name of this episode, it's season 1, episode 2, The Secret of My Success. The secret? Where's the secret? I want to know a secret. That would be more compelling.
Yeah,
The secret?
I mean,
Give me.
because they don't show us any of their social media because they're in hiding. So it's like, how are they doing it?
Okay, so I want to just go ahead and get this out of the way.
Yes.
Go, Jeff.
No, I mean, I have the same questions. I think, I don't really know what is secret and what's in hiding and what's on their social media, because at least 2 of them have been completely exposed to the public. This is what they do. So it's not that secret, but somehow some of their family doesn't know. And some of them, it took 8 minutes of the first episode to tell us that's what's going on. It's a varying degrees, and it doesn't make, I'm confused the whole time. And I mean, this should be exciting. This should be exciting.
The show should be juicy. And so I just want to talk to this, and because I won't say it over and over, but y'all are on a show. How are you going to maintain this secrecy? Especially Church Girl, who's so worried about her dad. What is the deal there? Is she just going on faith that he won't watch HBO Max?
Well, that was my thing too, and they're worried about, like, how did they figure out that they were the people at the gym? I'm like, you're at a gym in Missouri being followed by cameras. People are gonna ask some questions and do a little digging, like, that probably doesn't happen every day.
Also, that lady that's being followed around by the cameras was just on the news last week for 2 whole weeks because she got kicked out of school because she's on OnlyFans. So I don't understand. Yeah.
Must have been big news there, though. Probably was big news, actually. I guess,
I mean, I feel like it would be kind of big news, too. And, I'm of 2 minds about it. I'll get to it in a second. I'm of 2 minds about the school situation. But we pick up, you mentioned the gym. They're in the parking lot. And this is where one of these dumb bunnies talks about, we're still burning women at the stake. Ma'am, don't do that.
You're on TV and cameras are following you. You got caught in a gym. That was my other thing. Like, you're recording people in the gym. Sometimes people don't want to be recorded in the gym.
And maybe that gym was like, TLC. No, thank you. I don't want to be on that damn show. Like, they are not that distinct of faces. Maybe Megan. I'll say maybe Megan in a minute. But they all look like influencers. They're not so recognizable that somebody's walking past them and being like, oh shit, that's my thing, unless they're subscribing. And did she recognize a subscriber and call out, hey, Jim, in the parking lot? Or was she just...
I don't know if that's subscriber or just buddy, but I assume both. I assume she knows Jim, and Jim has seen a lot of her, and Jim didn't want much to do with it. No.
Well, I didn't even notice there was a person. I thought they were just like, bye, Jim. Like, see you later. Like, well, see ya. Wouldn't want to be you. Like, kick this out, They're like, bye.
But they paired it with her, confessional talking about, our subscribers aren't just like the guy in the basement. They're the regular people who this, and this, and they don't want to be outed. So that's why I thought they paired that, because old buddy was scurrying to his car. He didn't saw the NDA. He got his face blurred out. But
I want to hear
to it. But I would say Bri was a little used to it. She was kind of like she didn't seem like she was real embarrassed about it. She was kind of like, okay, more subscribers to my channel,
Well, she got kicked out of the bank one time. Her accounts got revoked.
That's the person. That's the local, because I kind of wish we had a local that isn't involved with this to tell us this is why it's scandalous. This is who this person is, because these ladies aren't giving it to us. And I think at least 1 or 2 of them seem like they can. I do want to hear from the bank. I get the gym's not allowing you. The church had an issue. I want to hear from the local, your local bank guy. Hey, these people are bringing in millions of dollars to your community. You want anything to do with that? Nah, we're probably good. Because I bet the other people in your bank want to know about that kind of thing.
Well,
And
I've heard about like Sophie Rain. She's big, whatever. OnlyFans girl. She's made like a million, whatever, like in like a day or some crazy some number. But that she said that banks have turned her down before too, and I was like, why wouldn't they want more money? But like I get maybe it's like dirty money, or like people stop banking with them if they realize. I don't know what it is,
I
but
mean,
it's like money's money.
banks are worried about someone else's reputation.
That's what I
Like,
was going to say.
I
They're
get
the
the
social
church.
dilemma.
Yeah, I get the church. Maybe I get like the friend group, like you're kicked out of book club or whatever. Somebody told Megan she was disgusting on her Facebook page or whatever. Like, I guess I can understand that, but banks, like, just what? My money's just as green as yours, whether I'm naked or not. Like,
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna take my money now.
but speaking of Megan, they do we
Yes.
meet her in the graveyard, and I don't know if TLC's trying to be fancy with the black and white footage because she's the real Morticia Addams. How dare you? You could
No.
never.
No, she could not.
Yeah.
Are these people actually even camera ready? Because I've been on small TV things before, not like a whole show. Like, you get prepped, people want to talk to you, you get vetted, they ask you example questions. Did they sign up for this show like yesterday?
That's the vibe I got too. I was like, is somebody holding a cue card off camera? Because the kid, she's like, nice to see you. The kids have been driving me crazy all day. Would you like to kiss him? Goodbye. It's so weird.
Like,
I
I
think
thought-
that's what I picked up as being like kind of low budget was how they're kind of acting. Like the kind of
Yes,
like the
absolutely.
cheapness of it all was like what I was like, is kind of the low budget of it. But maybe it's them and not really, TLC because TLC's got some good stuff as we know.
Yes, and we
So,
know.
It seems like they just signed up 5 ladies at the farmer's market yesterday, and now they're on TV. And that was it.
Yeah, they quartered them at the gym. They quartered them at the gym. They were like,
On the
hey,
way
sign
out.
up sheet right here.
Well, in her confessional, I even wrote down, is Megan taking Valium? Because it is just, even when she's crying, she's like, it's so strange.
Yes.
And
She just
I noticed a
Botox.
couple of things. Yeah. Well, I noticed a couple of things too, which you probably picks up too. Almost all of these women have been with their husbands since high school. They
Mhm.
all had children really, really young. And this is what I also find really strange is that their husbands posted pictures of them first because of their self-esteem. Did they get together and decide this was the story they were going to tell?
Well, I don't know. I thought it was really sweet. Like, I really liked, it's not Bri, it's not Megan, it's Heather. I thought Heather was really sweet. It was really endearing how her and her husband were acting. And they have a bunch of damn kids,
But
and their mom and her stepmama living there.
it is sweet, but there's 2 other wives that told that same story about their husband doing it first, right?
It doesn't seem like that would be a very Missourian thing to do. Like, we need an intel from Missouri.
Yeah, we need a
Got a
boots on
lot
the ground.
going on
Let's call up Steven Jr., see if he can tell. I bet he subscribes to these women's content. But it just feels very strange to me that all of them would have these exact same stories and the exact same kind of like coming out. I don't like how they say they're getting outed. I don't love that. But she's got 2 master's degrees and she was going to start out at $34,000. I need to know what fucking Missouri is doing to these teachers that all of these teachers are having to sell feet pics to because they can't afford to live. Missouri, get your shit together.
That is exactly what I said. I was like, 3 teachers at one school have OnlyFans. Need to pay these teachers more.
And that's just the ones outed. That's just the ones that they know about. So it's got to be way more. And Megan's story, like the other ones too, like she was a teacher, like needed money. Husband got laid off. Like all this stuff happened. Like that's so similar, all of them. And now they're closer.
When she
all of them seem to think that.
About how her and Bri sort of realized that they were both doing the same thing, that they were out at a teacher's night.
Yeah, they're like,
and all of the other teachers were talking about doing feet pics, and they looked at each other.
They're nicer. Yeah, they're a lot nicer than me because I would have been like, look, they were talking about feet pics too. Go check their page.
Narc. No, the narc.
Well, and right then, because all last episode, this very first episode, there's a secret going on. There's a secret. Bri and Megan aren't liking each other. And I'm like, well, one of them told on the other. Let's just get to it. And then they start this episode like, oh, well, she was a teacher at the same school and now they're not getting along. Like, what is it? I'm like, one of them told on the other. Let's just please fast forward this drama.
Literally literally, I have it on, like, this is, like, the top of the second page. I was like, "Damn, she misses teaching a lot. I bet Bri ratted her out."
Yeah.
I literally was like, "I bet that happened."
I mean,
The way but she's being so coy about it, like she did something nasty. She said she did something disturbing, like she
yes.
made it seem like it was something, like,
I
bad.
was thinking that she did some content with her husband or
That's
something like that because
Ooh, some Utah something,
yeah,
juicy,
some swinging. But
Yeah.
she really regrets it. She wouldn't do it again, and she gets so emotional talking about it. And her husband, who a little bit of a plain bagel there, says that he occasionally gets called upon to participate in the footage. If I'm a straight white man or just a straight
Mhm.
man, and that hairy potato comes into frame, unsubscribe. Nope.
Well, there's whatever, but there's probably some weird requests that she can't do alone. People get weird, so there's probably some crazy
Ugh.
requests she can't do alone.
Yike.
But I
maybe.
thought it was super crazy that the lady like had a door in the basement, behind the garage, behind the lock.
Yeah.
Like she's top secret locked down.
Yeah, she could only do it when everybody was asleep. She was getting up at 4:30 in the morning doing a whispered her content. Hey guys, leave your comments for me what you're gonna do. Because she's so secret about it. But I also did this, Tammy's talking about having a barbecue, and then she's like, "Oh, I really don't want things to go bad." And I'm like, "Too bad we can't invest in this storyline because we don't fucking know anything about it." Dumb show.
Yeah, Megan was like, "I'll tell you if I take my microphone off and tell you outside." Like that's not how reality TV works, girl.
What did you think you were signing up for? Just a gab fest with the producers? Like,
Also,
what?
we're early on. It's not like you let us in on 7 or 8 secrets, and now we're going to get to the big one. This is number one. This is the first. This is about when I started calling it DTF St. Louis, but the DTF was Death to Fun because I was not having fun with these. And this should be
No.
very fun.
Yes, we should be feeling really good about spicy content here, and I don't. And this is where we meet Heather. And I texted Jeff that I think that these two might be touched or they're high on helium. Or because this woman is laughing at everything this man says. Like she's falling out of her chair, just tripping out because he's the milkman. And
I thought that was kind of cute because like she does nursing business. He's a milkman. I thought it was cute. They're both like milking.
But it's just strange how he's telling the story and it's the funniest thing she's ever heard.
I mean, I just couldn't get past 4 kids.
But they also met in high school, right?
Yeah.
And 4 kids. The smallest one, same as Brandon, where she was like, "Oh, it's a lot. Forgive me, but Brandon needs a diagnosis."
Yes, he may. Yeah. I think that's the only couple we didn't really hear about their faith from.
Thank you.
I didn't pick up on the faith, and we got like a nice look at, the Hella Hot Wife page. I'm like, all right, well, we're seeing something. Here we go. Yeah.
Well, Hot Wife is slang in the swinger lifestyle for the wife of the couple that's swinging. So it's like the hot wife.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if there's like this little something more happening with their content there because Hot Wife is it's a code word for down to get it on with
I didn't
other
realize
people.
that. But like she's another one too that's really, really worried about their secret coming out. And I'm like, I don't what are you telling the kids the cameras are following you for? I just don't understand what is happening here. Like there should have been like on the first episode been a rundown like this is what we're telling everybody what we're doing. This is a secret we're keeping. We need to everybody like it's a whole secret to keep. You know what I mean? Like that would have been a good plot line. I feel like. But
well, it does feel like they all got together ahead of time and kind of decided what the party line was going to be. Like we are going to tell this story. This woman had 3 children under 3 by the time she was 21.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of it. Yes, that is the correct reaction. Like, there's so much of this that's relatable. Like, we can't pay for all these kids' college. I'm going forward in this. He's got his career going on. they both seem to think the other one's just hilarious the whole time for some reason. So I don't know about that part, but
I mean, they don't get. I don't think they get out much. You know what I mean? Like they're
no,
Missourian
nope,
housewives with she's 4 kids. She
no.
probably and her stepmom at home. You know, she's probably
I
cleaning up
mean,
and making dinner and going to the grocery store and doing laundry all day long.
she obviously has the internet.
Well, yeah,
It's not
obviously.
like she's
from the
completely cut
nighttime
out.
between bedtime and 6:30 a.m. That's her internet.
Part of the problem that I mentioned this on our Mega Mini crossover, which, hello everyone, this is But I'll Take a Pinot Grigio.
Oh, we're here. We're in it.
I'm Sunday.
Sorry, I throw us off a little. My
I
bad.
know, the pop culture professor, joined by my friends here.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, I'm Jeff, the noob, and you can tell just how much we are ready to get the story. We want to get right to it. We don't worry about
Yeah.
these people taking 2 hours to get to it. We get to the conversation right at the beginning of the show.
That's right. But I mentioned this too. I want to say it again, and I don't want to pluck the string too hard, but the show does it as well. This whole idea that what they're doing is somehow inherently dishonest and inherently bad as a practice, is that they're having to keep this secret because the people will clock them as bad. And then not even so much the thing they're doing is the bad part, but it's the lying and the secretive stuff about it. But it's like you wouldn't have to be lying and being secretive if these people were not judging you and not participating in this system that you are so afraid of, but you're also participating in this system that you're so afraid of. And so it's like this idea that they are doing something and they need to move. They all need to move. Get away from here and go somewhere where nobody gives a shit when you're showing your pussy on the internet. Like, go somewhere else.
And I just was amazed at the fact that Macy thought putting a wig on and sunglasses, a wig that was the same hair color as her hair color.
Yes.
Because she's like, I can't wear a wig in the gym and I can't wear sunglasses in the gym. Girl, you look the same.
I know. You're not Carmen
She even
Sandiego. Like,
In that first episode when they had the little party, like she wears the wig and glasses in there. There's 16 people there. We know
yeah.
there's 8 couples here. We know who you are. Like there's 800 people in our town. We know who everyone is. We're good.
Well, it's almost like she couldn't decide how she wanted to play it. Like, do I want to be in the costume all the time? Do I want to carry it in my car? Is that the bit? Or is it? And like, I think we're starting to see a little bit about Macy too, about who she is. Because she came out as this real sort of like, what is the world? And now, as we get to know her a little bit, she is really kind of coming out as kind of being an asshole.
A little sassy.
Yeah.
But we did learn a little bit about Bri as well.
Yes.
I was going to say. I did not call her for a cowgirl, you know.
First off, what is breaking wild cows? Why are we breaking cows?
Maybe to be like, in the farms, they don't like, hurt other cows is what I was thinking. Like, so they don't like kick them or something. I don't know. So you can keep them tame with the other ones.
I guess I get a horse because a horse has to carry a rider, right? Like you can't have the horse ride you up, but
look, you gotta know how to listen. You got to move around in groups. You got to know when you're getting in stalls. You got to get hooked up to the machine. There's a lot of minding. They can't just be taking wild cows out here. They don't come out ready to mind like that. So you need somebody like Bri to do that.
And so she's trying to, like, her mom already knows, right? Like, her mom obviously already knows. And she's, like, you can see her trying to justify, I would have never been able to do this before. I would have never been able to give her a good life. And she's trying to justify it. And it's like, the mom is, I would never want this for my daughter. Why not? Your granddaughter is getting hundreds of dollars of lessons.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't get this for him?
Debbie is not happy to be there at first, even though new things for Blakely right in front of us. But she understands.
Of course, her name is Blakely. I bet it's spelled Blakeigh.
Oh gosh,
why, baby?
Mm-hmm. But listen, her mom is not going to be a judge. Only God can judge us, and we need to love the spicy content like Jesus would. Okay, so
subscribe. He might be a subscriber. Maybe. Maybe her name was Mary. She wore a
maybe
robe.
Jesus was gay. I don't know.
I think it's too early. Brianna's also taken, like, I'm not going to be doing this when I'm 60 something. I'm not doing granny porn. Like, what if you're having trouble? Well, why not? Why are you you didn't think you were going to be doing this 5 years ago. Maybe you will be. Settle into it. Chill out.
Are you promoting granny porn?
Listen, there is a
I'm just saying
pot
she
for
doesn't
every
need to take
lid.
it off the table so quickly. Debbie
Exactly.
Debbie's probably warming up to the idea.
Right, and I'm saying there's a pot for every lid. If there's a market out there and it's going to get her another $1 million and get her kid another pony, get that granny porn. I mean, I'm after it. But I just am always so reluctant to be on a mom's side when they say things like, you just don't know how hard it is for me to watch you do this. Like, your life is so hard for me. And that's just not a fair way to talk to your child. Like,
right, like that's their first time alive too. It's your first time alive. It's their
right.
first time alive. You just gotta support and hope that they don't, go to college.
Yes. I mean, or get on the granny porn. But, it's lucrative.
What? Look.
Exactly, it's lucrative.
All work is sex work is work.
That's
all
right.
Work is work.
Sex work is work. So then we go to Megan and Heather. Speaking of boring ass porn people, what is Heather is like a robot, like Small Wonder. She's like, oh, hello, the kids are fine. And it was like she was interviewing her for her high school newspaper. So did you and Bri go through it together? Was that hard for you? I'm like, what are you doing?
Get better.
Loosen
maybe
up.
They'll get better. Maybe they're a little tight. Like, as they go, maybe they'll get a little oiled in. Maybe they'll loosen up. Maybe they'll start freaking out. I think they're all freaking out about them getting found out is what they're.
Why would they agree then?
I don't know. I don't know if they're all really good friends either. Like we meet these people on these reality shows and they are clumped together, but we don't know that they actually hang out all the time or they knew each other in high school or something like that. It seems like it because they're in a small town, but like Heather is talking to and she's saying all the stuff that's just in the most simple, like 2 jobs are harder to handle together than 1 job. 1 job doesn't provide an insurance, so I use the other job for that. 2 people don't get along. Hopefully they can get along. Like, yep, all that. Like, you take your clothes off for a living? Let's go.
That line where she said, the content creation world doesn't offer insurance, and I got 4 kids. I'm like, no shit. Like, of course,
girl.
Who's out here thinking that they're getting benefits, dental and vision on OnlyFans? Like, I don't know.
But you're making so much money. That's the thing. Well, I guess whenever you get to that point, is that it's like you don't need health insurance. But if you're not making that much, what's the risk?
Yeah,
that's the thing. So it's like if you gotta make the money, take the risk. But
yeah. And Megan is devastated that she lost that $34,000 a year teaching job.
Her calling.
It was her calling. She was calling, girl, move, go to another state.
Did you know that she and Brianna are having trouble also.
Oh.
They're not talking right now.
She didn't mention it. What's the trouble?
Well, right here is when I was really picking up that there's something going on with Megan and Brianna. I don't know if we'll hear about it again, but there you go.
Oh, just now. But I also wrote down that they're all really kind of like soft-spoken. Like the way that they talk is just very like soft, except for Bri. She doesn't really.
I was going to say, I think Bri.
Yeah.
Of this bunch, Bri is the and she kind of is understanding how to reality TV a little bit more than others because she's the one who needs to confront Megan. She's the one who's like, oh, when we get there, I'm going to do it. Unlike Tammy's husband who uses a randomizer app to get dressed.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it was like an updated version of Cher and Clueless when she's like rolling through her tablet, in the mid 90s, like to get something. And did y'all notice what he ended up with, what he's wearing at this cookout?
It was unremarkable.
I remembered the brown shoes, but that was all I remembered.
Gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. We used technology to come up with gray sweatshirt and blue jeans. Thanks for wasting everyone's time. We are.
Why does Keelan grab out randomly? And he's got them all numbered? Like, this fucking weirdo.
I was like, what if it picks out something crazy? I guess maybe he doesn't have a crazy stuff.
I was going to say, no.
But like, it seems like, what if it accidentally, like, it's hot outside? What if he gets a long sleeve? Is he going to change it?
I imagine. Well, we saw him checking the temperature first. So the randomizer app probably has some like applications that you can pick up. This is so stupid. I'm not saying one more
I was
word
going
on
to
this
say,
man.
please don't apply logic to this right now.
I do really hate how they keep saying the word outed. Like, you're getting outed by the same institutions and the same system that you are still participating in. You are helping these people be so judgmental about you and hiding from them, but then being mad that they'll be mad at you. It's so bizarre. And I can't tell what this show wants us to do with it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, because, the people that will out you are technically people that are paying for you, like paying to be subscribed because, you got to subscribe to know if somebody that's paying knows and told somebody or whatever got leaked, however. But somebody's paying for it in the first place,
Yeah.
So you can't, so somebody's giving them money regardless. And it's like, you're kind of nipping yourself. You're supposed to be like, look, here's all my shit. Here's all my stuff. I want the money. Here it is, So it's like,
Bri can't figure out. Bri thinks it's because that Megan didn't get invited to a party is why Megan's so mad at her. And
she had FOMO.
Yeah. And so I guess Megan finally breaks down and says that she thinks. Do y'all think that Bri was the one that outed her?
No.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
I'm on Bri's side on this. If there's a Megan and Bri thing, I'm choosing Bri right now. I doubt it. If anything, Megan told on herself to get her ass kicked out and to force the issue. That's my guess.
Because if she did, she's a real good actress. Because Bri's like, later on in the little cul-de-sac party, but it was like, I mean, do you know something I don't know? I mean, tell me what's happening here. Because Tammy has to lead them down to the end of the cul-de-sac next to a cow pasture so the kids don't hear it. And
is Missouri a lot of farmland? Like, is it very farming?
Girl,
yeah.
McBee Dynasty.
I was about to say, obviously, because McBee's there, and I see there's a lot of, like, Breeze with the cows. I'm like, is it mostly farmland?
I mean, they got a cow pasture just right there next door.
Yeah. Also, how do these two talk to each other for so long and not say anything?
Yeah, they're just like, say it, no, say it, no, say it, please, no.
Do you have an issue? I have an issue. Well, if you have an issue, say you have an issue. I mean, I have an issue. We don't need to talk about I don't need to press the issue, but I have an issue. Well, then let me know what the issue.
This is not the time or the place. Even though there's a TV camera crew following us around and we got together specifically to participate in a scene on a show, this is not the time or the place. We can go private. Bitch, nobody wants to talk to you in private. Not these figs, not the producers. Tell us what's happening. Because what did she think she was getting into? Has she seen a reality TV show before?
Yeah. And like, we joke all the time, like, that's how I would be on reality TV. I'd be like,
that's why you wouldn't get asked back for season 2 right there. Like,
I'd be like, no, we're good. Everything's fine. We're chilling.
You also would have had like weeks to figure out if you're going to say something or not. Because the producers are like upset. I feel like they discussed it and it was going to come out. The producers are like, you've got to tell us what is happening.
Yes. And it's several different times. And Megan is one of those kind of like fighters where she's like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. You should really watch the way you're talking to me because I just don't think so. I just don't understand why you're getting so upset because, I mean, no one else is getting upset here. Like, that drives me insane because it's like you are antagonizing. First off, getting ignored and just like no communication back and forth between these two is wild. Like they're best buds one day and then the very next day they're just not. That is so strange.
He's like, what the hell happened? But I even wrote down, I was like, God, if Megan was talking to me like that, I would have slapped her across the face.
I didn't come across that cul-de-sac circle.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, maybe I was hoping, maybe this is my fan fiction for the Double Lives, but that they had done some content together and that maybe it went left in that way. That like maybe they teamed up to do some kind of like, double trouble and something got weird or I don't know, a boundary was crossed. And so now,
Sunday, are you on the inside of this game here? Because double trouble sounds super hot. Is that some industry term that you just picked up on while you were taking a good double trouble? Where'd you come up with that?
Euphemisms.
Now that's spicy. I thought like you did. I thought there was another guy involved, her husband involved, a cousin, some other dude is
Not a cousin
involved here,
fucker.
but
Look,
not.
my friend Jason was here when we were watching, and when Megan's kids came on, he was like, damn, man, how traumatizing is it going to be to see your mom's hot, wet pussy on the internet? A record scratch to the house. We all said, and so I'm out here just trying to use euphemisms, which Jason is like just saying the whole thing. But to that end, yeah, these kids know how to use the internet. They're going to see you.
Yeah, the youngest one is 7, was on his phone on the couch screaming because something wasn't loading. Like, he's got his phone. Like,
Yeah.
Roblox, like, don't find someone crazy on Roblox if
Yeah.
you might go down a black hole.
They're going to send him a screenshot of his mom's meow.
Yeah,
That's one of my.
there's also kids like about to be college age.
So I guess the producer puts some more pressure on. Maybe they did a confessional after that cul-de-sac scene, or they edited it in after, because she finally winds up admitting it. And that's just when Church Girl was like trying to see both sides. But Bree's like, what's her side? And so,
Yeah, like, do you know something I don't know? Like, come spit it out, somebody, please.
and so she finally does. She finally spits it out, and it's like, Bree called the newspaper and gave them the story. I don't think so.
The next episode. But,
Yeah.
like, seriously. And, like, it would just be so fucked up for somebody in the same industry who went through the same exact thing that you did to do that to you. I'm like, what's the motive? You know?
Who's your best friend? They were like, they were best pals.
I also think Brianna's star shines a little brighter than Megan's in this internet world. That's just my guess on this, given all the information we have, and I feel pretty confident with that. So why is she taking what does she have to gain by this? She doesn't seem like an idiot, between the two of them, to say one of them's more. And like, when the people are getting the reactions, you mentioned, like, is Heather a little slow? Like, the way Macy was processing this, I was like, are you all right? Do we need to?
She has those big ass glasses for what, girl? I even heard, and I was like, those glasses are so dumb. Like, they're too much.
They're the
too
Sheena
much.
Shea of this episode.
It's too much. I'm like, is it part for disguise that she wears it all the time? Like, what is going on?
Two, is she getting mousier too? Because I thought when we saw her in the very first of season 1, she had a little bit more vibrant hair. She was kind of more made up. But now as we see her, she's just looking mousier and mousier. And so maybe the weight of this secret is just wearying her soul.
After the big dinner with the family, and we can't sort it out now. Yeah, I don't know about Jim for Macy either. That's really weird. They're
I mean,
I just don't know about Macy either, and just the way that I just don't know. I can't get over the, like. I mean, I love Walmart. Walmart's got good stuff, but like the Walmart dresses that ill fits her, but like it's the whole thing is just big old glasses. It's just the whole
ill fitting.
Yes,
you are exactly right. It is, and everything. It's like, take that down a size.
And it looks like Easter Sunday from 2005 or something.
Yeah.
It's just like they got in a time machine and went back 20 years.
2012. It's like they're in 2012 is what it feels like.
Yeah, and even
they're watching Toddlers and Tiaras, but like the mom version.
Yes, and that even these women's attitudes about sex and about their bodies and about their relationships that are so regressive. Like, we see the scenes from the next one where apparently Tammy got asked to leave her church, and now she's church shopping around. That's like, buying a dog that bit you when you went to go meet him. Why would you do that? Don't go back to church. Those people aren't your friends. They're not your friends. But the whole vibe is so strange. And so I am really desperate to know what was going on in the room. And they all sat down and said, okay, here's this idea for this show. We're going to have these OnlyFans creators, and it's going to be a secret, but they're going to be on TV. Like, what's the premise here?
All right. Well, we just watched the old, season 1 of Housewives, OC. Like, we've talked about how much it's changed since we gone back. And when they showed that first episode, and it was slow and clunky, but it started with that so-and-so amount of Americans live in gated communities. This type of stuff happens in gated communities, and this is their story. If we get introduced to these ladies like that, like, there's 4.5 million adult content creators in America. Like 1 million of those are women who don't let other people in their lives know about it. This is their struggle, and this is what it's like. Like that builds it up a certain way, which I think in the room has got to be interesting at TLC. Like, yeah, you're right. Millions of people are doing this. People from around the world are watching it. Let's figure out what's going on. And they landed on these folks somehow. Like the premise of the show seems very solid to me.
Well, that's what I was thinking too, because like I was thinking maybe they're trying to pick people that are like kind of under the radar, that obviously aren't super big, so they don't like immediately have fun. They're trying to build them up, and then that's also the struggle of them being in this like small, kind of southern like town, and like them struggling with that. But like they should have we said this earlier too, like they should have had a forefront conversation with the audience. So like, hey, this is what we're doing, and like because it just seems like they threw us in the middle of like what was happening, and they just turn the camera on.
Because my thing is they want it to be like Real Housewives of OnlyFans, but these women are not compelling enough like the Housewives women franchise are, so it's not selling. What it would be compelling is to see the entrepreneurship of it, because it takes a lot of work. It's marketing, it is costuming, it's producing, it's editing. It's a lot of work that goes into these clips that they do. They have to it's like sales. They have to hustle up their clients. It's a lot of work. I want to see these little, pipsqueak mousy church women get in there and get it done. We're talking about Bree's making $1 million.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to talk about how many people are doing it, what the cash flow is, the stuff like they showed them for 30 seconds, like sealing up panties they wore and mailing them off. Show that. Like, I liked the actual tactile work of it. This is not like I just dance around for a minute and $1 million flew in, because that ain't how it works either.
Right. Yeah, like their Love Island intro videos of them like kissing the camera and everything. But like into like a lot of OnlyFans creators like I follow on stuff, like they made like a creator business where they like teach other people how to do it. And that would just be cool if that was like, them like, helping each other grow their own platforms and like coming together. And like I thought that the part too, I think this might have been episode 1, but whenever they were in the dressing room and they kind of like filmed a little content, like that was cool too.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Like we saw a little of that. But like we need more of that. I don't really care about who ratted her out to her school. Let's get to the dirtiness of it. Let's get to the cameras and where it is.
And like delve into that. Like when they go in the dressing room and they, take their clothes off for a minute. Like I would love to know, like, hey, for that 30 seconds, we've got about $6,500, just the two of it, just for 30 something. Like, oh, great. Now I'm interested in that. Like the two of you that are having a disagreement for 2 hours of our time, like, no, that's not part of this.
Let me pose a different question or another question to you guys. How does this season play out? And then what does season 2 look like, do you think?
I mean, if they keep going with this petty little drama, I don't even know if anybody's going to come back for season 2.
But I mean, they'll be outed then, though. The tension of will we get outed, will we get discovered, will be gone because the show will have already aired. At this moment in their lives, the show's not on yet. So how does this season play out? And then what does season 2 look like?
I think we're going to have to get more into the money making of it. How much are they making? The actual stuff we're talking about has to show up. Like, we got these packages in from, for costumes and to dress up the room. And then we've got to send out these packages of pennies and whatever else it is, that we're, this is how we make our money, not at the end of a cul-de-sac, just having an argument. Are the couples faithful? What are the levels of the guys that are helping there? Like, what are some other outside of the marriages things that have happened? Because that's got to be a thing. So, and it's only saying we have 3 more episodes.
Didn't we see a little tease of that though, when somebody's husband is like fucking around or something? And this,
there's like a tease of it, like, but Phil, like in their relationship, helps out Brianna in a little more of a way than I think Tyler did with Heather.
Megan's boyfriend said that it spiced up their relationship. They were like, it helped out them all the time. So, I mean, who knows? But, like, too, and, like, also, like, maybe, like, season 2 is them, like, living through their, everybody finding out and stuff. But it seems like, cool.
Doesn't feel that compelling to me either, because we know the world is mean and terrible, and Christians are often very, very judgmental people. Like, that's not new news.
Right.
I also, too, I would like to make a formal request that we discontinue the use of the word panties and replace it with undies. I don't care for
Is
that.
draws acceptable?
Yeah.
Draws.
Draws is acceptable.
Draws
I do
is
not like
acceptable?
the P version of that word. Let's just stick with undies and we can all just be cool. Everybody can be cool.
They're shipping out their undies. I got it.
There you go.
No issue there. But I think those things are going to show up, and they kind of have to. But only having a few more episodes is like, they got to make it count. I mean,
how many episodes we got? 10 at
Like,
least, right?
I was going to say, well, sometimes they'll do 7 on these little, sometimes they don't know what they are, you know? Because I think, didn't first season of McBee only have 7, or did it have 10?
No, it had 10.
Okay. But
have you seen, Jeff? How many?
There's only 5 listed on what I saw. Now, I mean, sometimes that comes up, like even our Vanderpump season 12, like it had 7 listed, and then about halfway through it went to 10 and then 12. Like, so there's only 5 listed now. So maybe that'll change this week, even depending on how many people there are coming. But
there's 10, and here is a kiss of death. We have to watch for this when TLC starts doing burning off episodes back to back, like, you know, episodes 3 and 4, they're doing them together, or 5 and 6 together. That
they're just like, get this shit out.
That's a pretty fair sign that it's not doing great, and they're going to get off. So we got to keep our eye on that, because there was one show that I watched, Brother Husband or Polycule, I don't know, something, and it became problematic, and they had to just burn them off.
Sounds like Double Trouble to me, Sunday.
Listen, you know, it's the name of my sex tape. But I don't know. These women need to get more interesting.
Yeah, it needs to ramp up.
Quick.
Yeah, we got to get going, because I mean, that 40 minutes, I mean, like I said, and then like my notebook is quite literally tiny. Do you know what I mean? Like,
well, we meet Emily next week too, who also has a bunch of damn kids and a bunch of damn animals.
I think she might add a little spice, though. The way they framed her in is that she's going to kind of add a little bit of trouble to them. She's going to kind of come in and, you know, infiltrate the group.
Well, Macy's a bitch about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, this is more than friendship for me. This is Macy, please. This is,
I know these girls for 3 weeks before. You know? I mean, that's probably exactly what happened. But
we saw her a second in the first one, and I liked her. You know, she has a personality, so that's good.
Yeah, I like she's redheaded. She doesn't look like an Instagram face.
Yeah, she's got spice. She's a little spicy redhead. Love that. Bring her in the mix.
So maybe once because Megan and Bri are going to sit down next week. So maybe once we kind of like burn up
not again.
The drama.
I thought we were done.
Well, hopefully this is where Megan says, "Hey, you must have told somebody about me," and then Bri can say, "No, I didn't," and that can be the end of it. We can put a button on that whole confrontation.
Hopefully, please, please. But yeah, I mean, it has potential. It has potential to be good.
But
definitely,
you know,
they're not. Yeah, they need to get together. I mean, they can't really do anything about it now. It's all filmed, but you know, if there is going to be a season 2, need to tighten it up.
I mean, premise wise, this should be like the show of the year. This should be the big show of the year right now, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna stick it out because I'm no quitter.
Sometimes TLC can have like the tendency to kind of like shortcut it, like do it really fast. I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like find people really fast and find things really fast to like put stuff out. You know,
I've also watched Smothered, which was a fun one. And then
we watched some of that together.
The sisters. Yeah. There's one about sisters, and then there was ones Seeking Sister Wives, and then Just Sister Wives. That's all TLC. Seeking Brother Husband, or This Is Polly, I think is on there. So, I mean, you know, they're moving towards a more like modern, I'm doing air quotes, version of relationships and stuff, but they are not finding people interesting enough to carry it. So, I mean, this is really all I have to say about the show, though. I don't have much else to say about it.
There has to be, like, they're all going to get bigger because of this, right? Like, they're OnlyFans paid, like, and that's the only one they're using. Is that the only site they're using? Is that what all we?
Well,
we know?
Well, hella hot girl, hella hot chick, or hella hot mama.
They mentioned one of the feet ones. It's not Stinky Feet. I don't know. There's one foot.
That's the Jax Taylor website you're thinking about.
That's right.
Their
Feet finder.
feet finder is one of them.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Okay.
'Cause they
Well,
mentioned it.
well, I assume this show will do nothing but get them tons more followers, and
Yeah.
you know, so whether, and I think that's a season 2 thing also. Like, we're gonna see them having their nice little birthday party in the park now. You know, next season we're in the Maldives and seeing what's going on down there, and they've jumped into a personality, hopefully.
I certainly hope so,
Yeah.
because I don't want to that park business, praying for the rain to stop. Come on. I'm not
No.
here
Yeah,
for
like
it.
somebody fall, somebody trip and fall, please.
I mean,
somebody,
yeah,
somebody break
exactly.
an arm, somebody break
Break
a
it
tooth.
up.
Let's get in it. Get
But-
something going.
Get them
Y'all
kids out
voted
of here.
for it.
Let's do some birthday content. Get it out of
That's
here.
right. Y'all voted for it, so here's what you get. You are gonna get
I'm for it.
all 7 to 10. Me too. And I have
I'm
a
hoping
feeling
we're
they're
just,
they're gonna find their way,
yeah,
right? Like, so.
we're just walking. Maybe they'll start running next
Yeah.
episode.
But
I will
let us
say
know what you
these-
guys think about it.
Yeah, the women are such a way in which I'm not usually wanting to hear more from the men of reality TV. And this is the first show I think that I'm like, let's hear more from these guys. And then one of them uses a machine to dress himself in sweatpants, and I'm out. So never mind.
Yeah. Not.
Well, let's say though that they do have some pretty progressive husbands for where they.
I was gonna say we just got the wrong one. Let's talk more about Phil. Let's get Phil in here. Like, Phil, come on in here. Let's hear what you got to say about yours.
I don't think he's got much to say. I don't.
No.
Yeah. But they do have some pretty progressive ones. I mean, like, not everybody's, Missourian husband would be helping them with their content,
No,
like,
and I love the dynamic with most of the couples.
Yeah, that is interesting too, because all of the husbands are on board, and it might have to do with that these women are paying their bills now, that the financial pressure is off.
Yeah.
And that solely because of this hustle they have. So that might help. That might contribute to the goodwill that these husbands are feeling.
and they're probably getting laid more and no work.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I just tell people I'm a day trader and my wife brings in millions. I'm good, man. I'll box up these undies all day long. No problemo.
That's a pretty common cop too, though. I think within the OnlyFans world is like day trader and like stuff like that is a pretty
really?
Because you can do it from home. You can make a lot of money really fast. It's a pretty easy thing to cop to.
Yeah. Well, y'all, I'm sticking for it. If you have beef, let us know what you think about it. Send it to Jeff at the Peanut Pod, or find us on the socials at Take a Peanut Pod on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I haven't had much in my FYP for this show, so maybe I can start looking for it to see what other people what the scuttle is on the street, what the block is saying.
I had a little bit. That's why I was interested to watch it, but it was literally, I think, from TLC. So, because, I keep up with a lot of TLC stuff, so I think it was just like, here's a TLC something you might want to watch. But that was literally it.
Well, no, we may have done better and more interesting with our Killers of the Flower Moon. No, Killer Among Friends. Sometimes my mouth works independently of my brain. Like,
I was about to say, what is that? Did you make that up?
It's like, all right, we're doing our movie. We're going to jump from this to Killers of the Flower Moon. That's a big jump right there.
I know, that sounds like a Studio Ghibli movie.
Yes.
No, that's a Scorsese epic Western from a couple of years ago.
It was a good one a couple years ago. But also, me and Nolan we got dibs on the Lindsay Clancy case whenever or Lacey Clancy. Whenever they make it, Lindsay, whenever they make a documentary about that shit, we're on top of it because it is.
Killers of the Flower Moon. Is that what you're trying to say?
What did I say? I said Flowers of the Killer Moon.
No, Lindsay, Lacey, Clancy, Klitzy.
I swear I'm smart, y'all. I swear I'm smart.
It's Lindsay Clancy because her husband's name is Patrick Clancy, which is the most Irish name I've ever heard in my life. So that's how I can I don't know, Patrick Clancy.
Why?
It sounds like the most Irish name to you?
Why is it important that he's Irish?
It just sounds like the most Irish name ever, and he's got red hair, and he's Irish. His name is
Nolan
Patrick
Grimes.
Clancy.
I know a Michael McMichael. If that's any measuring stick for you.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
Yeah. Well, all right, y'all. I'm excited for the next one. Come back. Nolan, take more notes. You got to get it. You got to commit to the bit. You got to commit to the bit.
I know. I thought I'd be like 6 pages deep in my little one usually, but this one wasn't too much.
Don't waste your Hello Kitty. Just get you some loose leaf. from the drawer in there.
Got anything to say? Nope. Okay.
Okay. Not sure how appropriate it is to be looping him in on OnlyFans.
Yeah, this is the show we
podcast.
need his.
Not sure that's the play there, but cool.
His input would be bye.
Yeah.
That would be his input.
Okay. Well, that is mine. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay. Goodbye.
JeffAtPinoPod.com.
Oh.